Riteesh, first off, 1-1 draw today against Durham. I guess first thing is, disappointing to have conceded in that fashion. First of
Oh, so gutted for the players. When you 1-0 up and defending for your lives, which we were doing, we knew they would put us under pressure. And we were blocking, we were fighting, we were scrapping, and we just. They scored with the last kick of the game. The referee has blown the whistle as soon as pretty much they've scored. So it's a real tough one to take. But you can't really ask any more of the players. We came here and we had a game plan. We stuck to it. I can't ask more of the players. They did everything and more that we asked of them. When the dust settles, a point here is a good result regardless, because they're a very good team. So we have to take the positives from that.
And certainly moving forward into London City Lionesses after kind of a game and a half where you'll be bitterly disappointed with the team. There was a lot of positives to take today.
Yeah, I think if I'm being brutally honest, the last game against Bees in the second half of Coventry, and the players know this, so I'm not saying anything new, but it was a little bit insulting to the club, including me, with how we performed. So we needed and wanted a reaction, and that's what we asked of the players, and we definitely got that and more today. I'm super proud of how they performed, and we've got a big month coming up. And I think if we can reach those levels, although we didn't create many chances, but if we can reach those levels out of possession and just the ability to compete, I don't think teams will really want to play us. It's just my job to make sure we get those levels week in, week out. So we've got a trip back now. We've got to recover. And like you say, a big game against London City. We want to take points from that game, and I'm confident if we, play like we have done today, and in other games, in other periods, Coventry first half, Blackburn second half, if we could find a bit more consistency, I think we've got a real chance.
You said kind of before the game to the girls, you make your own luck a lot of the time, and certainly last weekend against London Bees, I think our first and only corner was in the very last minute of the game. Today we had a lot of corners, we showed that fighting spirit, and they did kind of make their own luck in the end.
Yeah, and fair play to Kimmy for setting the set pieces up. Well done to the players for executing. I'm pleased that we scored from a set piece. It probably only really looked like how we were going to score today, or both teams. Neither really created big chances. And we've got to keep working on them, so it gives us more of a chance to score. But you're right, didn't threaten London Bees enough last week. And if you think about how we played today, we didn't have probably as much possession as last week, but we certainly were better with the ball, and I thought we threatened them. And on reflection, I think Durham will also probably be pleased with the point, because we did put them under pressure.
And moving forward, three home games in a row now, it must be kind of good to get back to the Oakwood and kind of where and they are winnable games as well, certainly London City.
I think every game this season is an opportunity. There are some really good teams, but equally we're a good team and we're competitive. So like I say, if we can find those levels, then I think we've got a real chance. And yet it's at home. It's good to get these, I think, tough away fixtures out of the system. And it is, with COVID as well, it is difficult for the players and staff to kind of isolate themselves away from home for the weekend. And on reflection, when you come here, get a point and have to go through all that travelling with the protocols, I think we can be pleased overall.